Hey, this video is on how to completely reset an iPad back to factory default settings. So I'm on this iPad, I want to wipe and redo everything on it. So I'm going to go down to the settings, which is down here, or I can swipe down and type the word settings and it will come up as the settings. Now I'm going to go to the general, which it already started out with. So it says general. I'm going to scroll down to the bottom. I'm going to go to where it says reset, and I'm going to erase all content and settings. This is going to completely wipe it, put everything back to the default settings on this. So I'm going to hit erase. It asks you, are you sure you want to erase this? I'm going to say yes, erase. And now it's going to do a complete factory reset on this particular iPad. It takes a couple minutes for it to do it. I'm going to pause the video while it's going. Okay, it's back up. So now we want to rejoin it to our network. So I've got a special network that's only open from 3:30 to 6:30 at night after school's over, so students can't connect to it, and so that you don't have to know a password. So if you go, I'm going to click on there and it says English. See if I can get this to autofocus a little better. I guess that's all I got. United States. And then I'm going to say set up manually. And I have to connect to a Wi-Fi. Now you're going to see this NTES 22. That's NTES reset 22. In other words, for the school year, it's a reset one. It's only open from 3:30 till 6:30 and on the weekends. It only connects to stuff outside of National Trail, and it is not on anything but the minimum SIPA filters, which is why I have it open when I have it open, so that students can't get to places they shouldn't be. So I'm going to hit NTES reset 22, and now it's connected. And as soon as it connects, because it's going out to the internet, it's going to go and find the profile for JAMP that it's already connected to, and it's going to reset everything back to the way it was before, with the same apps and the same name, and everything will happen basically automatically, but it takes a little while. So it's got to go out to the internet, it's talking to JAMP, and then it's going to come back in and say this. So it says, hey, this iPad is remotely managed by National Trail, and all you have to do is say next, and it's going to install the configuration straight from the controller at JAMP headquarters. Says awaiting final configuration. In this process, you can do your whole cart at one time. Doesn't take that long. If you were doing it, if you had all your students leave them out on their desks and you walked around and just reset them all, if you wanted to take off all the old stuff, all the old accounts, and get it back to basically the way it came when we reset them last 2 years ago. We traditionally don't reset iPads. We just did it after COVID, just to go through and make sure that every classroom had a set of iPads that fully worked, and we cleaned them off and all that good stuff. So this is how at the end of the year you can reset your iPad, or right now you can reset, or if it's having issues, you can reset it anytime as well. Okay, then it comes up to location services. I enable that. Just hit continue and get started, and now you can see it's already got some of the National Trail stuff on there. It should start adding all the other things on there as well. I'm going to go and see if it's got the right name. It doesn't have the right name yet, but it's going to get it from JAMP as soon as it gets the full update. It should start adding it to the classroom that it belongs in and start adding those apps. But it does take a little while. It's not something you want to do during the school day because you end up sitting there all day. But if you do it before you go home, you could do this, get it to this point, and then put it in your cart. You can see, here we go. It starts adding the apps as it goes. It's going to take literally to do a whole cart, it's going to take hours for the entire cart to get all the apps back reinstalled. But by doing this, you ensure that you've got the most current copy of the apps, everything else is taken off the iPad, and it's basically clean and fresh for your school. You can see it's adding pretty quick, but I'm only doing one. I'm not trying to do 22 at the same time. So that is it on how to wipe and reset an iPad so that it's completely fresh and new and ready to go for this year if you need to clean it off.